Bueno, coleguitas, vamos a seguir con la conversación del juicio de su hermana.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Que le corten la cabeza.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, dammit. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once.
Pobrecilla.
All I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
Normal. Si era una crieja.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace. Supposed acts of cruelty. Inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Venga, va, daros un besete. Ten cuidado que te clavan una puñal. Ay, qué bonito. Le va a pegar una puñalada ahora. Delante de todo el mundo. Mira, se está riendo. Bueno, pues si al final se reconcilian, bien está lo que bien acaba. Porque al final se la cargará.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. Drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong good in small sips.
Muy bien.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark.
Qué bien, marrón oscuro como la
Fascinating.
mierda.
All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You
Hay
decide to go
oscuras.
root picking now? It's dark out.
Con ojos de gato.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Hombre, sí que tengo, necesito pociones. La poción de gato.
If you
Venga,
think
va.
it's a good idea, let's go. I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moon.
Muy bien. El blasón es... El jubón este me lo voy a quedar. Solo pesa 0,56. Las botas y los pantalones igual. Pesarán 1 así en total. Y... Uy, ¿dónde está los guantes? En objetos de misión. Ah, aquí tengo uno. Entonces puedo tirar los otros. ¿Cuál era este? ¿De qué era? Este rojo. Para la fiesta esa creo que fui. Ah, pues está bien de tener esto de objeto de misión. Así no lo puedo tirar. Muy bien. ¿Y dónde está la máscara para recoger mandrágora? Aquí. Parezco unos hormigueros. Muy bien, pues vamos a grabar.
Oh, so dreamy.
Antes de hablar con la hermana. Y ahora
Any for your
después.
thoughts? Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Pues no, ahora que lo dices no mucho.
And if I were to add Jimson weed in the last phase...
Eso es un poco tóxico, ¿no? Más bien venenoso. Si queréis matar a alguien, echarle el estramonio en la comida y ya veréis cómo las pincha. Qué bien. ¿Y dónde saco yo? Aquí hay una.
Bloodsucker go. Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Damn it, where'd you go? Regis! Damn it, where'd you go?
Hombre, si va andando, se puede rastrear. Lo malo como se transforma en niebla.
Regis!
You raise your hand against the vampire! You shall die for that!
I did what I had to do!
Si eres un vampiro también.
Show me it.
Hostia.
That renegade!
Renegado, asesinaste por humanos, ha dicho. Sería un amante suya.
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Eres un vampiro un poco alcohólico. Hostia, te ha dado de día. Esto me recuerda con algún amigo que nos daba de día bebiendo.
Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you in your new home, on the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Pues sí, estaría bien. Si logro unos cuantos esclavos que me trabajen.
Know what? Think I just might. Come on now, don't laugh. Maybe not today or tomorrow. But one day I'll want to see what it's like to just wake up every day in my own bed.
Oh, stop, please. Sounds so sentimental, my fangs have begun to hurt. Then what? Will you begin writing your memoirs like Dandelion?
Pues sí, estaría bien
I can
escribir un
remember
libro.
a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Éramos jóvenes
Appearances.
y había mucho vino.
Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
He hecho incógnito en español.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer.
Ya se ha acabado la historia
So we shall,
principal.
my friend.
Creo que duraría más.
We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
Por eso se despiden los
That we
programadores.
do.
Porque ya quieren un descanso para Gerald. Por eso se ha quedado Gerald ahora mirándonos, porque se ríe como diciendo: me merezco un descansete. Este es el último DLC. Aunque es más expansión que DLC. Y ya dicen que no va a haber más The Witcher en un futuro próximo, porque ahora están haciendo un juego para el 2019, así que nada.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Bueno, colegui, si sobra tiempo voy a casa. Bueno, colegui, ya estamos por mi casa y está Sardinilla esperándome, que hay un perro. ¿Eso qué es? ¿Una cueva?
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basilfauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Piano.
¿Y quién te va a pagar?
I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most
Eso está bien.
prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Prior to undertaking anything in that regard, sir, I feel I should inform you that someone has been awaiting your arrival.
Who might that be?
You must forgive me, I do not know. Alas, your guest failed to give a name. One last request before you go in to see them. Please, come and find me afterwards. I have yet to give you a tour of the estate.
Joder, un terrateniente no menos en la Edad Media. Va a vivir como un marqués. No puede avanzar solo. Uy, tanto trasto, Jennifer. Ella es la única que lleva tantos baúles a todos los sitios que va.
Unexpected as ever.
Pero en esta partida no te había dejado por Tris.
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky. Like some shitty two-crown romance.
Bueno, después de estar con Tris, con esta, con la otra pelirroja de la expansión de Heart of Stone y con esta, bueno chicos, esto ya se acaba.
You know, feels kind of strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain.
Uy, qué media lleva, me chula.
Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, Said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard. Good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white,
Uy, tu
has 4
caballo.
legs, category
Le
taxidermy.
gusta hacer
Oh yeah.
guarreridas en su
The
unicornio.
unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Bueno, colegui, este vídeo lo dejo aquí.